Welcome back, everybody. We are going to finish off Golden Sun right now. I am double checking. So, in the meantime, I had made my way all the way back to the Venus Lighthouse and brought myself all the way up to the point that, the end point of the Venus Lighthouse. I believe you guys have seen everything up to this point. This is about the point when I backtracked and went to get the remaining gins I was missing, as well as go to Crossbone Isle. So like I said, this is just going to be the end area here. I guess I should... Well, nope, let's do this real quick here. I'm going to show off. Everybody's at 32 right now. Their equipment looks like this. Garrett's got the cursed items on him. So we're just going to go down here. And this is going to take us to the top of the lighthouse. At long last, the time has come to light the Venus Lighthouse beacon. The second beacon lit, only two will remain. No, Jupiter is virtually the same as lighting Mars. It is true, Jupiter is really all that remains. That's right, your dreams are within your grasp now. Why are you still here, Felix? I thought I ordered you on ahead to the ship. I already sent Jenna and the others to the dark at Ajima. And why did you come back? Because I have a different promise to keep. Promise, you say? You must mean Sheba. Yes, Sheba, why haven't you released her yet? You promised to free her once you got into the Venus Lighthouse. And that's what brought you back here? You promised not to involve anyone who wasn't related to this matter. Sheba is special. Of course. Because Sheba is a special adept? You guys learned something from the first two lighthouses. And what would that be? In order to enter each lighthouse, you need an adept of that clan. Right now we have fire, earth, and water adepts, but no wind. That does seem to be the case. Do we need Sheba to enter the Jupiter Lighthouse? I'm sorry, Felix, but we cannot enter without a wind adept. That being the case, I guess I can understand why you can't set Sheba free. It seems that you, too, have learned something. If that is all, then you should go, Felix. No, I cannot leave Sheba behind. I'm taking Sheba to the ship. What are you talking about, Felix? We don't know what will happen when you light this beacon. I won't leave Sheba here to find out. We told you we'd protect Sheba. Don't you trust us? Not what I'm saying. It's just best to be safe. Don't tell us what's best, Felix. You're not taking Sheba. Why not? What? You don't trust me? How can we be after you just demanded we free Sheba? If we had trusted you a moment ago, Sheba would be free now. Come with me, Sheba. I shall protect you. And you're ready to do this even though it means fighting us? I believe he is. He would not have defiled us if he lacked the will to fight. If it means protecting Sheba from harm, then I must. You have seen what we can do. You know you cannot stop us. How can you protect Sheba when you can't even protect yourself? This is a rebellious attitude. It's exactly why we never let you fight. Haven't you been given enough reason to fear us in these travels? You're no fighter, Felix. How can you hope to stand against us? You've questioned us for the last time. Let's see what you can do. Looks like they're having a falling out over Sheba. So, didn't want to interrupt till we got to this point. Up based on what they're saying here, and based on the fact of where you stand at the beginning of Golden Sun 2, it's pretty safe to say that Saturos and Menardi did literally all of the fighting from the initial point when they were in Soul Sanctum all the way up to this moment right now. Obviously, they're not going to start me out with like a level 15 or 50 Felix in the next game, but he's going to get smeared if he were to fight this, particularly insofar as he does not have anything going his way. He's not strong, he doesn't have any of the synergies we've been building up to, doesn't have any of the Jin that we've been building up to, and it's just him and Shiba, and they're both very underleveled, to use an RPG term. So yeah, he would basically be destroyed right here. There's something more to it though. Team Saturos Menardi no longer trust Felix. Looks like the perfect opportunity's just fallen into our laps. The only chance to prevent them from lighting the beacon. Sure. Not a moment to spare. Let's move. So this is the last opportunity, if you didn't do it already, to heal and or, you know, make changes to your party. Isaac. So you've come to stop us. Look what your defiance has brought us, Felix. I don't need you or anyone to rescue me, Isaac. I was just about to settle things with Saturos and Menardi. You can watch. Then we will show you the true power of this beacon's light. Shiba has nothing to do with this, so set Shiba free. Silence, you best tread lightly, Felix. Both you and Shiba will suffer. If anything happens to Shiba, we would have failed far on. We won't permit you to lay a hand on Shiba or Felix. Oh ho, so you're worried about Shiba too. Don't worry. We won't hurt Shiba if you meet our conditions. What are you doing, Saturos? Leave this to me. Shiba, do you remember the rod connected to Hesperia? Rod of Hesperia? The rod required to reach the Jupiter Lighthouse. Yes. Those who pursue us bear a rod. Is it the one? Shiba, stay where you are. You can do it from there. How about it, Shiba? Well, perhaps what? Don't yell at her. You're not yelling, we just want a straight answer. So, Shiba? Their minds are veiled, I cannot see clearly, but I think it is the one. Ways to make her try again. So, what shall we do? You know the terms we will require before we agree not to harm Shiba? Kind of no, kind of yes. I do know what he means. He's talking about the one rod that was kind of a big deal at the beginning of the game. The rod that I have not been allowed to sell the entire game that Ivan's been carrying. He's looking for the shaman's rod. You're smarter than I thought if you already figured it out. If you give us the shaman's rod, Shiba will not be harmed. Agreed? Shaman's rod? If it means saving Shiba, I will give it to you. But Kamek gave that to you, Ivan. But don't you care about what happens to Shiba? Then you will give us the rod. Well done, Saturos. We finally have the shaman's rod. Go get it, Felix. Why me? To ensure your loyalty to us. Go on, Felix. Isaac handed over the shaman's rod. What shall I do with the rod? Keep it safe. Where do you think you're going, Sheba? We gave you the rod, now release Sheba. Whatever do you mean? You said you'd free Sheba if we gave you the rod. Those were your terms. We gave you the rod, so release Sheba. You seem to have misunderstood. I said I wouldn't harm Sheba. Never said we'd let her go. That is very true. You're altering the bargain? No, is what we agreed to. Ah, we can't help it if you misinterpreted Saturos' terms. Besides, if we were to release Sheba, she would be in quite a fix. What do you mean? Sheba can't get back to Lavario alone. What do you mean? We're going to take Sheba? Oh no. That's right, you're not going back. This is it for you. Excuse me? Enough. You're the ones who aren't going anywhere. Bring it on, whelp. You won't live long enough to regret your stupidity. Perhaps to experience firsthand the horror of a master fire adept. So Menardi appeared, Saturos appeared. This is the first time we get to fight Menardi since the beginning of the game, and Saturos for the second time. They are stronger, they do have more HP, and we're just going to kind of go through our paces here. Let's see here, I don't need to do that right now. So this is sort of the apex of this game, fighting atop the lighthouse. It does kind of stink that he just got cursed. So luckily that does get rid of the curse, which is, I think, an excellent consideration, is that you can get cursed and you don't want it to completely wreck your battle, so they allow you to use that one Djinn to remove the curse. Let's see here, we're going to skip the downed ally part. We're going to skip that one for right now. Make sure I'm splitting damage. That's fine. We'll use the Djinn here next turn to heal the whole party. The Pyroclasm is the big one that we're going to try to avoid. So let's start our summoning here. Ow! That's some pretty big damage there. We're gonna be, unfortunately, having to wait for Borealis here turn, because I want to make sure Ivan does not die on his next turn. I can't really do that without wasting Mia's turn here. Woof. So luckily, I can do this here. I can use Potent Cure on you. You're gonna summon that. Oh wow, Saturos is dead. I didn't actually anticipate him to die that quickly. That's fine though. Menardi should be dead here in a second. Yep. We did it! We beat him! Alright, Sheba, let's go. Felix, what are you doing? I cannot give up Sheba. Well, we just saved you. I never asked for you to help. I never asked you to help us. There we go. Felix, you're not one of them. You're free to go now. So why are you doing this? The 4 beacons must still be lit. You're going to light the beacons? That's ridiculous. I felt you'd say that, but I'm going to do it anyways. Oh wait, if he means to light the beacons, then he's our enemy. Not necessarily. I mean, he opposes us in this particular matter, but he's not necessarily our enemy. Let's see here. We're gonna go with this. Do what you will, Isaac. If you try to stop me, I will fight you. So before we move on to Saturos' dialogue here, we are at that point in the game, much like I was talking about Saturos and Menardi, where I'm pretty sure I could smear Felix and Sheba if she decided to fight us, practically with our pinky fingers. But whatever. I hope you don't think you finished us off. May not be finished, but you can barely stand. Right now, yes. We'll be back on our feet as soon as we do this. I can only imagine what would have happened if, like, he missed the hole and it, like, rolled off to the side and, like, Isaac and then picked it up and was like, okay. Oh no, he threw the elemental star into the lighthouse. How could this happen? We couldn't keep them from lighting the beacon. That's not all. The energy of the beacon will restore our power. So this is an item that they have not talked about yet, and this has more to do with the 4 elementals, the wind, water, earth, fire. Each element has its opposing element, water and fire, wind and earth, that in nature seem to oppose each other. The earth stands against the test of the wind, yet the wind slowly erodes away the earth. Fire is opposed by water, but at the same time heat can cause water to evaporate. So in a way, he's going to explain here that fire and earth are brother elements. Wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. How can it restore their power? Venus is their own. Yes. Why would Venus give power to fire adepts? I don't know. That's a good question. Because the brother element of fire is wind, and the brother element fire and earth share a symbiotic relationship. This light will restore our energy. Okay, this is very not true. It's water and earth, fire and wind, brother elements or sister elements, because the wind spreads the fire, and the fire causes changes in temperature which cause wind, and the same thing with earth and water. Water brings life to the earth, and earth gives shape to the water. We'll fight you many times as it takes, we won't lose. You may have beaten the two of us, but now you have to face the true might of the Clan of the North. Clan of the North? Bear witness to the true strengths of the Northern Wilds. So if this was a Dragon Ball Z, they're about to do a fusion. Give it up, we beat you once, we'll do it again. Go, Felix, take Shiba and go. I can go. We may not have the strength to protect Shiba after this. You must take Shiba to the ship without fail. What are you waiting for? Go now! I cannot leave you to fight them alone. Are you saying you don't want us to lose to Isaac? I wonder if that's true. What was that? Wasn't it you? Wouldn't you be just a little sad to see your childhood friends perish? What are you saying? I'm saying you're here to protect this brat from your pest. I think he said something else there, like pet. You really think that I would help them? Let's just say that I wouldn't put it past you. And you, Saturos, do you agree? I wouldn't say that, but it would be best not to raise our suspicion. Now who's telling whom what's best? Fine, I'll take Shiba for you. Come on, Shiba. Wait, Felix, I won't let you go. Felix is the least of your worries right now. So they're gonna fuse. Time you've learned what true power is. Energy's overflowing. Haha, it's not too late to run. Oh no, they're fusing! They're merging into one another. Everyone get back! Alright, so this is a dragon, and it's very strong, unfortunately. It's also way too big. So we're gonna have to be somewhat cautious here, sort of like the Deadbeard fight. We're gonna have to be a little cautious because when he gets low enough, he's gonna start doing a attack that is party-wide and very strong. And I'm not saying it can wipe my party, but because it'll do multiple attacks, it can do this very powerful attack multiple times in a row and wipe my party. So, like I said, we're gonna try to be a little cautious here. Right, I'm okay for health. And I do need to buff everyone. And the dragon thing, the double-headed dragon, is going to use break at some point, which is going to be kind of annoying. Here's Evil Blessing. It can curse, that's alright. We're not really concerned with the curse at the moment. As you can see, it's not doing a ton of damage, despite the fact that I've got Jin both on set to be summoned as well as recovering. So let's do that. There's a lot of... He's going to use a lot of moves that aren't at all related. Let's do that, I guess. So that actually worked. But that's only going to affect Sire Energy attacks, so stuff like that. He has a, like I told you, he has a move that he will do eventually when he gets to probably about half health. There it is. Actually, that's not it. Alright, we need to ensure that we survive, so what we're going to do is I'm going to summon 4. We're going to summon Judgment, and then we are going to use Spritz to heal, and you are going to use this to put up a protective barrier while we summon the first 2. So this should push him into his next phase. This is again why we're doing the protective barrier. And then Isaac, let's see here, agility. Let's do that. So this will again give me the opportunity to heal myself while these cast the summons. That's some pretty big damage. I'm still only doing Evil Blessing right now, that's fine. That's fine. Alright, we're gonna use one of his Jin. So this will cost him one of his attacks. So I'm kind of getting myself into dangerous territory. I should just sort of wait around and use passive buffs to make sure that I don't die. Okay, this is outer space. This is the attack I'm trying to avoid. The closer it gets to the end of its life bar, the more often it's going to use this attack. And you can see how devastating it is. Alright, so we're gonna, like I said, try to deadly gas. I forgot about this. Alright, outer space again. Like I said, he's gonna start doing this on nearly every turn. Alright, everybody's stuff's starting to turn back to normal. Resistance here. Nature's Venom. This doesn't really do anything for me. You are already set. hubris is probably gonna cost me. Alright. Yeah, I was hoping for that. How did we lose? We were superior in every way, but we were still defeated. They fall straight into the lighthouse. So epic. I love it. We did it! We won! Did we really, though? We beat them, but have we really won? Good job. Even though we couldn't stop the beacon from being lit. What are you talking about? We did everything we could. Sure, we couldn't save the Venus Lighthouse, but we beat them. They're gone. You saw them fall down into the pit. We don't have to worry about any more beacons being lit. But Felix is gone. He's taken Sheba. What's with you guys? Isaac, what are you looking at? Felix, did you finish them? No one knew their power better than I did. If you destroyed them, then I'm no match for you now, Isaac. I must go. Come, Sheba. Wait, Felix. Why do you run from us? They fell into the lighthouse. It's all over. Poor fools. Do you think it's over? You are sadly mistaken. Plan to light the other beacons, you will still need the elemental stars. We have them. They're gone, Felix. You don't have to light the beacons anymore. Yes, I do. If I don't light the beacons, what will happen? No use talking about it. Just wait and see. You won't release Sheba. We'll have to take her back. Yeah, this is one of those situations where it's like, whoops. Kind of split the lighthouse into four. The lighthouse? Isaac, we're too far away. We can't reach Felix. Not all. The light... There's a light coming from down below. Third elemental star. Well, it's the second, actually. No, Sheba! Hold on, Sheba. Take my hand. I can't! You must try. If you don't, you'll fall. Look down. The fountain of the lighthouse are crumbling. The foundation of the lighthouse is crumbling. What's happening? Is it to protect the Venus Lighthouse? I'm sleeping. I can't hold on any longer. No! Don't let go. I can't. You'll... Goodbye, Felix. Thank you. Ah! Sheba! No, I won't let you die. Dive. So this is the only time you get to see Isaac's portrait since the beginning of the game, other than, you know, obviously in the select menus. Alright. Sheba fell after that last tremor. Felix didn't dive into the sea after it, did he? I can't believe he did that from so high up. Well, they kind of spoil it a little bit there. If you look on the map, the Venus Lighthouse is completely surrounded by land. But what's going to happen here is once the beacon's fully lit, it's going to actually be on the coast. And there's going to be water all around it. Wouldn't have had to fight him if he had... We would have had to fight him if this hadn't happened. But he sacrificed himself to save Sheba. He's not like Saturos. I'm at a loss, Isaac. We have to decide what to do next. What to do? What can we do? What about Jenna and the others at Ijima? Ijima? Oh yeah, I completely forgot about Jenna. What a dumb bitch. Isaac, listen up. We gotta go find Jenna. Oh yeah, they're kind of all over the place here. Look at that. Isaac's finally come back to his senses. Shouldn't we go find Jenna and the others right away? Sure. About time you started agreeing with me. Isaac, you'll have to tell Jenna about Felix. You know, it'll be hard, but you'll be there to comfort her. What's the matter, Garrett? Just thinking, how the heck are we supposed to get down? Good point. This is going to make leaving very difficult. So the lighthouse put itself back together. Very weird. Back to normal. That was odd. What's going on around here? I don't think we'll ever know. At least now we can go search for Jenna and the others. Alright, let's go, Isaac. It's time to find Jenna. So this is a cutscene. I don't control Isaac here. But despite a long and tiring search, Jenna was nowhere to be found. How did the search for Sheba turn out? They were unable to find any sight of her. These are too rough to search. There's no sign of her on land. Toby is responsible for Sheba's fate. No apologies can reflect the sorrow I feel at your loss, Farin. All we can do for Sheba now is hope. But tell me, what of Jenna and the others? The same, we've searched all over, but they're nowhere to be found. The ground tore apart from the shock of the lighthouse and the ship. Apparently everything at Ijima, including the ship, was swept away. Ijima itself was washed out to sea. Incredible, then the cave too has been flooded. But we think Jen and the others are still alive. They may have been washed out to sea with Ijima. We have decided to continue searching for Jenna. Haven't we, Isaac? You bet. Don't worry about Sheba. I just hope you are able to find Jenna. We will find Sheba without fail. Sheba has been in dangerous situations before and lived. Yeah, so I'm gonna talk about this real quick here in case they don't mention it. Sheba fell from the sky and came to Earth. So they never really cover this, but supposedly there's a city in the sky that she comes from because she's an Earth or a Jupiter adept. But this time I believe it was nothing short of a miracle. Who knew the seas could rise up to the lighthouse just as she fell? Can you really call that a miracle? Would you think it was just good luck? Let's call it a mere coincidence for now. No, nothing is coincidental when it comes to this child. So you believe Sheba survived? Yes, I'm sure of it. Just because Sheba was an adept? An adept? What's that? Well, it's someone with their abilities. Isaac and your friends are truly amazing. You were able to enter the ancient ruins and get to the Venus Lighthouse. Sheba was different. She couldn't enter the ruins. That's because Sheba's abilities are different from theirs. No matter how many times we explain that to Farin, he doesn't get it. Garrett, don't be rude. Unfortunately, we don't have time to talk. We have to go. That's right, I didn't mean to keep you. That didn't come out right. I mean, while we're talking, Jenna and the others are lost at sea. Understand your desire to leave as soon as possible. These have been very rough since the beacon was lit. Be careful. You too, farewell. Take care and farewell. Thank you very much. I hope your search for Shiba yields success. Alright, we're just going to talk to a couple people here. Please wait for me outside Farron's house. I wish to speak with you. Find Jenna someday. For a while. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever. Farron says, knowing her power, Shiba is alive without a doubt. Cool. You aren't leaving after all, are you? You are welcome in Lavario anytime. They say the lighthouse crumbled down. That's as it should be. Okay, we're here. Basically pointless, so we're just gonna go this way. Where are you going, Isaac? Item asked us to... Did you forget? No. I know we need to leave, but we should hear what Odom has to say. We can delay our departure a little longer. Let's just wait. So that's part of the cutscene. Thank you for waiting for me. As you have no doubt guessed, I need to speak with you about Lemuria. Yes, the island of the ancients far out to sea. When you could not find Jenna, you returned to the Venus lighthouse. Yeah, the base of the lighthouse was flooded, so we couldn't get out. And that's when you gazed out at sea, as you promised Bobby you would. Yes, and we saw an area wrapped in mist. Remember how Babby said Lemuria was always covered in mist? I'm not sure, but I am beginning to think that might be Lemuria. If it is, then Babby's life could be saved, yes. Guess we have no choice but to go. You swore an oath. It is meaningless unless you go immediately. We have to find Jenna first. That's the other reason I wanted to see you. I wanted to give you this. Venom takes out the black orb. Oh, isn't that? You will need it to sail Babby's ship. I thought the ship we saw at Ejima was Babby's. His ship is here in Lavario. So the ship at the peninsula is Saturos' ship. Perhaps, but we have no way of finding that out now. Yes, they're gone. Now we can sail the ship of the ancients. Certainly will aid us in our search for Jenna. Babby told me the ship of the ancients is an incredible vessel. Make your search for Jenna easier. We appreciate it. I want you to find Lemuria as soon as possible. I promised Babby we would find Lemuria. We will not fail him. Yeah, I didn't promise that. I just promised that I would, you know, kind of look to see if it was there. The ship is docked at the edge of town. You will know when you see it. Alright, farewell. I don't care. Get out of here, piece of crap. Right on, Isaac. We finally get to see the ocean. To sea we go. Time to depart. We saw the sea multiple times, including but not limited to when we ran up along the coast past the, Alright, they're not gonna let me leave the town. So I'm basically locked in. Shiba jumped into the ocean from atop the lighthouse. Unbelievable. Yeah, it is unbelievable, isn't it? We're gonna go in here, and that's gonna be the end of that. So... let's see here. Can I go in here? Alright. Let's sell some shit. And I'm gonna sell this. We'll hold on to everything else, because we'll need it in the next game. Don't think there's anything here. Alright, let's just leave. code to let you in if you showed up. Doors open. This is where the ship's hidden. Have to go all the way over here. And then we go like this. And we use this item right here. And it raises the ship out of the water. Love this effect. Looks like it's finally time to leave Gondwan. Been so strange, we've been traveling for so long, and yet it feels like we've only just begun. Now that I think about it, so many things have happened. But our journey will be over as soon as we find Jenna, right? Not really. Oh, what did you say? Our next journey? What journey is that? Didn't you forget? Did you? Built. Words. Our promise to Babby. I don't care about Babby. What kind of place Lemuria is. Yeah, our real journey ends when we fucking kill everybody and it's over. And yes. Sure. We're gonna prioritize Jenna over saving an old man. At that rate, we'll be on our first time on the ocean. This is the ocean Kraden wanted me to see. Boy. The seas are very rough. Do you think we'll be okay? I have confidence that we will. This is a Lemurian ship. We'll be fine. Well, shall we then? To sea. Jenna is waiting for us. And now we're headed to the credits. Golden Sun staff credits. Game planning. These guys. Alright, so while the credits roll, I want to kind of talk about a couple things regarding this game and its sequel. This game is pretty heavily text-based. However, the next game I feel is very light on dialogue. I mean, there's a fair amount of dialogue, you know, but there's a lot of stuff that in the next game that I don't necessarily dislike or hate. I just kind of like, they felt so underdeveloped for how big the world is once you get to the sea. And it just feels so underdeveloped. Great example is going to be, well, Shiva's character is a little underdeveloped here. She's very underrepresented in the next game. I don't know if they were writing the storyline and when this game, after this game came out, they were like in a rush to get it done. So they made sure that the game was really good, and the puzzles were really good, but the dialogue was sort of like not there. I mean, the most you get is sort of the characters you've already met. Kraden, Jenna. At the beginning of the game, you know, they established some pretty good stuff. And then, you know, we go from, at the end of this game, we go from Isaac being our silent protagonist to Felix being our silent protagonist. So he's not going to say anything in Golden Sun 2. He's just going to be our protagonist, and we're going to be able to choose the yes and no's with him. And, you know, unlike, I mean, you're going to have an extra person now. You're going to have Kraden and Jenna and Sheba at the beginning of the game, you know. And so there's going to be an extra person for dialogue, but for some reason it's just like there's so less dialogue for how big that game is. in some ways, I understand it. The game opens wide open for you, so basically the only places that are real bottlenecks for you are the lighthouses. You know, you end up at one lighthouse first and the second one towards the end of the game. You know, so those are your only real bottlenecks in the game to try to, like, I guess, force you into a situation, whereas this game's very linear. You know, one of your only choices for you know, do you want to go towards the Mercury Lighthouse, or do you want to go towards, you know, the forest first? And then you have to go to the other to progress the storyline. So this is the epilogue. Save your adventures. Do not resume your adventures with this data. Be careful. I'm just gonna save here. So that whole portion of the continent where the ship was just tore away from, oh, Creighton, how long will this island continue to drift? I don't know, I wish you could tell me. Geez, sure no help in times like this. Hey, I'm hungry. How can you think about food? I wonder what happened to my brother. I can't be certain, but it looks like they lit the Venus beacon. You don't have to tell me that. How we wound up adrift at sea, right? You're so cranky today, Jenna. Well, I suppose you must be worried about Felix. Isaac and his friends must be nearby, too. They probably were. They probably were. I miss them, Isaac, Felix. Oh, hey, Alex, who's been very absent from this story and from the entirety of that last lighthouse up until now. There's something I wish to show you. Walk this way. So, a giant wave came and saved Felix and Sheba, and there's a water adept standing here, and now they're washed ashore. I wonder how that happened. They're alive. They're alive! What is this? Alex, what happened? Fade out. You're gonna have to wait to the next game. To be continued. Alright, and we're back to the starting screen. Hooray! Anyways, I will cut it here, and we'll probably play something different, but eventually we'll come back to Golden Sun in Golden Sun 2. So, till then, I hope you guys have a good one.